Hey goal getters, today I will be talking about certain businesses that you could start with less than $100. Isn't that interesting? So the thing is, most of these businesses are service-based businesses, and these businesses are quite innovative businesses that anyone could start. But the thing is, you are going to be needing some special skills in order to do these businesses, alright? So your main investment is going to be your brain and your time. And the good thing is, these businesses are very cheap to start but are very, very profitable. So with these businesses, you just need to be very good at what you do and be very smart. And if you manage it well, you could actually make up to $2,000 per month. That said, let's go straight into the points. So the first business idea I am going to be talking here about is the meal kit business. So this is a business model in which your clients are going to be receiving meal boxes upon registration or subscription to your services. So I am going to be explaining to you detailing how this business model works. But before we do that, please do well to like this video already and turn on your notification bell if you haven't, because recently we noticed that most of our subscribers don't get notified of our videos, but there is a way to remedy it, and it is by turning on your notification bells. Alright, so now let's go to how the meal kit business works. So the meal kit is a subscription food service business wherein customers send their preferences, be it their dietary preferences and other preferences they may have, and you in turn supply pre-portioned food or partially prepared food to them. And remember, this is a subscription-based business, so they are going to be subscribing to your services to receive a certain amount of boxes or meal kits per month or per week. And your meal kits are making life easy for them because you are supplying them with partially prepared food or portioned food already. So it facilitates things for them and enables them follow the recipes prescribed for them and achieve good meals for themselves. And this business is so good nowadays because it helps your clients to stay away from junk food, and it takes away monotony at their homes, because there are some clients who are bored of eating the same things all the time. So you are going to be proposing variety of food to them, portioned already and ready to cook. And you know, when it comes to junk food, most people eat junk food not necessarily because they love junk food, but because they don't really know how to cook or they don't have the time to do so. So you supplying pre-prepared food to them already facilitates things for them. And with the advantage that they have, that you are going to be providing meal boxes to them with their dietary preferences, they are going to be addicted to your service. You know, nowadays everyone in Africa loves to take care of their health, but due to the busy schedule that most people have, they don't have the time to really come up with such healthy meals. So you are going to be making them available for them in the right portions. So with such a business, you could have subscriptions from companies, schools, and even homes. Alright, there are some schools that could subscribe to you to get weekly portions of food delivered to their canteens for their students. And also there are companies that would love to subscribe to your service for you to deliver your meal kits for their workers. And also a lot of women nowadays are ready to order such food because, like I always say, most women now work and they don't really have the time to do certain things. You know, unlike before that, people in Africa easily had girls to stay with them and help them prepare everything so that they could just come to the kitchen and cook. Nowadays it's difficult to lay your hands on such people. So most times the busy women who've got tight schedules or very busy schedules don't have the time to come back home and start preparing the food before cooking. So such a service will be very welcomed by those women. And like I always say, some women will also order just because of laziness. Alright, a lot of women nowadays are lazy. This is not an insult, alright? This is just a remark, and I am just describing what happens nowadays. So lots of women are going to be subscribing to such services, and you are going to be surprised at how much you could make, alright? I've seen a couple of people start up something like this and they are making good money. In Cameroon, for instance, there are certain foods that are so complicated and time consuming. We have food like ekwang, which consists of grating cocoyam and wrapping them into leaves and in smaller sizes, and it is very strenuous and time consuming to make. And there are also foods like corn chaff, which is a mixture of corn and beans that is pre-boiled and cooked together. So I've seen a couple of people do something like this, wherein they prepare the ekwang and everything ready to cook and supply to their clients. And also they pre-boil corn and beans, making it ready for their clients to take and just cook. And another food is the fufu corn that Cameroonians love so much. So some people blend it as well and sell. And I've seen lots of women buying, myself included, alright? So the next business on our list is the ghost kitchen. I talked about this business some time ago on the channel, but I am bringing it back here because this is that business that you could actually start with less than $100 but make good money for yourself. So all you need to do is be good at networking. Get contacts at the level of companies, ministries, whichever place that you know that people go to work and they find difficulty getting food around. So you are going to be offering your services of delivering food to them, alright? So if you don't know, a ghost kitchen business is that business wherein you own a restaurant which is not physical, alright? You do everything basically from the comfort of your kitchen at home and you supply to your clients. So that's basically the concept of a ghost kitchen. So this is something that you start at any level, alright? You could start even with $50 or $100 depending on your client base that you have at the beginning. And this business is so easy to start because you don't need to rent any physical restaurant, right? And also you don't even need to buy kitchen stuff, alright? You've got pots in your kitchen, right? You've got some appliances in your kitchen, right? And you've got knives and basically every kitchen utensil you could think of. So you are starting with everything you have in your kitchen. The only thing you could now be spending a little bit on is the containers that you are going to be delivering the food in, alright? You know these beautiful plastic containers or paper box containers that you could use to deliver food. Yes, those are the only things you are going to be spending on, and maybe the renting of a delivery service, or if you have a car, maybe spending on additional fuel to supply your clients. So that's basically how the business goes. This business is very easy to start, but it is very lucrative because over the time when people are going to be loving your food, they are going to be referring you to others, and that's how you are going to be having more and more orders, and you are going to be growing your business. And you know you aren't paying any rent, and you know food business is one of those businesses that has even up to 90% profit. So imagine making such profit without paying for rent anywhere. You are going to be making lots of money if you are a smart person out there. So basically all you need to do is to be good at what you are doing. Be good at cooking. Let your food be very tasty, and you also need to master the food that your clients will probably love. If your clients are workers who are working in an office, or let's say in a certain company, and you look at their age range, you know the type of food they will love. And you know most adults who work love heavy African meals for lunch, alright? You are going to be bringing their lunch boxes to them with African delicacies, alright? Make sure that you master the food that they love. If you're in Cameroon, for instance, you could go for things like dole and plantain, achu, ero. Depends on what your clients would like. If you're in Nigeria, you could go for maybe sala soup and ogbono, and maybe pounded yam and egusi soup or ogbono soup or gari. It depends on what they eat in your area. In Ghana, you could go for fufu and peanut sauce, and it depends on basically what they eat in your environment. Or you could go for kenki and fried fish and many more. So if you're in Uganda, you could go for chapati. If you are in Tanzania, you could go for ugali, and you name it. And you could as well accompany it with chopped up fruits and natural juices. And the reason why I say these businesses are for smart people is because even if you don't know how to cook, you can hire someone to do it for you, but then you are going to be spending a little bit more, alright? Because you are going to be paying for that person's skills. But if you've got the skills yourself, you can actually start with less than $100, alright? And this is because you are going to be spending maybe just on additional fuel to supply your food, or on the delivery guy. That said, that leads us to our next point, which is delivery service business. Yes. Do you know that you could actually start a delivery service business with just your own car? All right. If you are a car owner and you've got some spare time, you could take this as a side hustle. All right. I've seen people do this business starting with their personal car, and later on when they get more money, they start buying delivery trucks or tricycles, and later on upgrade to bigger delivery trucks, and that's how the empire keeps growing. So if you've got your own personal car and you've got the energy to drive and deliver stuff, you can start a delivery business alone. All right. So you are just going to be spending on fuel for a start. So with $100, you can actually start your delivery service business, and you know how to do it. All you need to do is go online and let people know of your services. All right. Even all the business I talk about here, you can market them online. So with a delivery business, let people know of your services. You could use the mouth-to-mouth strategy, that is telling one person to tell the other, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, and to tell a friend that you deliver such services. And that's how people are going to be hiring you. All right. The ghost kitchen people are going to be hiring you, obviously, to deliver their food for them. There are lots of people who sell their cosmetics or their skincare products from their home, and they need delivery people for that. You can deliver such. There are some people also who need people to get their parcels from them, from agencies, to bring it to them at home. You can do that for them. All right. You know, in most African countries, the traveling agencies deliver people's goods from one agency to another, but they don't bring it to their doorsteps. So you can actually be that person that will pick up their parcel from an agency and deliver it to their doorsteps. All right. So there are lots of variety of deliveries that you could do and make good money for yourself by starting only with $100 or even less. Now let's go to the next business that you could actually start with less than $100, and this business is a personal shopper. You could become a personal shopper, and with a personal shopper business, you just need to be good at selecting things, and you need to be a good listener. All right. Your priority should be to satisfy your customers, and in order for you to satisfy your customers is to be a good listener. That is, you are going to be doing 80% of listening. All right. That doesn't mean you can't maybe propose something to your clients, but you need to listen to them very well, because that's how you're going to be satisfying them. So as a personal shopper, you got the name shopper. So you are going to be shopping for them. All right. You are going to have people come up to you because they know you've got good taste and they know you can satisfy them. So you need to generally have a good sense of fashion if you want to do this business, or you should simply have a good sense of aesthetics. So there are different sectors. All right. So you could choose maybe to be a personal shopper for someone at the level of their dresses or accessories or whichever things they use, and they are going to be letting you know of their preferences and give you a budget that you would use to shop for them. Also, you could go for people's houses. All right. There are people who could sort out your services for you to buy basically everything they need in their homes and supply for them because they don't have the time to do so. Also, you can shop for women who don't have the time to go to the market and buy food stuff. All right. Some women work a 9 to 5 or have their businesses that they are running, and they don't have a house help maybe to do all those runs for them. So you are going to be stepping in as a personal shopper to shop for those things for them and supply them at their doorsteps. So if you are good at being a jack of all trades, you can as well be a personal shopper who shops for everything in someone's home and makes sure to keep restocking whenever the house runs out of stock, right? So there are different ways to go about this. So you could use less than $100 for this, because all you need for a start is your transport. You aren't spending any money of yours to buy whatsoever for your clients. They basically pay for everything. And once they pay for their goods, they now pay for your service, all right? Your shopping service has a price tag. And if you are very good and so good at what you're doing, I can assure you that you are going to be getting tips from your clients, because it is proven that when a client is well satisfied and has a broad smile, there are high chances that most often they will be tipping you something as a sign of appreciation. So this business is suitable for you if if you don't really know any business that you could invest in, or you don't have the money, or you are not good at maybe running a capital-based business, this business is good for you because it is service-based and all you need is your time and a little bit of energy. And also the good thing with this business is the fact that you are basically doing those same things you would be doing for yourself, but the difference is that you are doing it for someone else. All right, you often shop for your dresses, right? You shop for your food stuff, for your home appliances and whatever. So you are basically doing something that you would normally do on regular basis for yourself. The difference is that you are doing it for someone else. So it is actually a business that you could do with ease because you can actually enjoy the process if you are someone who loves shopping. So this business is very suitable for ladies because ladies often love shopping in general, and it is also suitable for students. All right, if you are a student and you have difficulty making ends meet or difficulty paying your dues in school, you can do such a business as a side hustle in order to support your studies or to just enable you have some pocket money. At this stage, hope you've liked this video already. If you haven't, let me give you a second to do so. Thank you for subscribing. All right, also just endeavor to spend another second to turn on your notification bell. All right, and after this video, do well to share it with your loved ones. Let's now go to the next business idea here, which is the spice business. Yes, I talked about this business in one of my videos, but it consisted of different capacities. All right, the smaller home capacity to the industrial home capacity. Now we are talking here of a business that you could do with less than $100. All right, do you know that there are certain small spice machines that cost actually less than $50? Yeah, you got me. They cost less than $50. That is, even if your country is as expensive as anything, you can spend up to $100 to buy that machine. All right, it is just very small but could blend spices and make you good money. All right, you know, when it comes to spices, people don't need to put it so much in food. So with that machine, you could blend smaller portions of spices for your clients. So like I said in the other video, you can place this machine in a market or a junction or even in front of your door if you are in a busy quarter. All right, people can come and blend their spices in there and pay you for the service. All right, so you can buy the spice machine for about $50 or a little bit above $50, and the rest of your money you buy a few spices and kickstart. All right, this spice is for those who would love you to maybe mix the spice for them because they are not good at mixing spices. All right, so you can do the mixture and blend for them, and you could also pre-mix and blend spices and sachet them locally and sell to your customers. And once your business keeps growing, that's how you can start buying bigger machines and even extend to buy a packaging machine to package your spices and bring out a more serious and aesthetically pleasing spice brand. So I wouldn't be getting into lots of details on the spice business because I talked about it detailedly in this video already. So if you're interested, you could check out this video wherein you could get more details on the spice blending business and also benefit from all the other juicy businesses I talked about in this video. Would love to take out some time to thank our subscribers who've been supporting Africa Today, and we want to thank you all for subscribing to support the channel. That's it. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.